All right, that was kind of weird. Started two different streams, but we are back and ready to get our next talent point so that we can do proper AoE dungeon damage. Very excited to get that unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and get in queue. And I want to stand by these quest givers with my potions ready to go. I think I sent myself some. Don't know where they went. As soon as the queue pops, we're going to go ahead and turn all those in and make the best use of our EXP potion. There they are. We can get this thing on the road. Sell off all this stuff, not that. We got here ogre strength, huh? Go ahead and put these in the realm bank. What do we got? Got some cloth. Ichor, enchantment. Vision dust, more enchantment stuff. Here's our cloth. Here's our food stuffs. And what else? Leather. Where are we at on our woodworking? Wildwood. Did we just skip wildwood? I think we did. Completely skipped it. We'll have to go back and figure that out later on. All right, I think we can sell everything else. What's this? Minor fortitude. Wow, I keep missing stuff. Put that in there. Put these in here. Whoa, why am I dying all of a sudden? What just happened? Weird. All right, so yesterday during the stream, we learned quite a bit about the Chronomancer. Actually, we didn't learn much more other than it's really fun. I think the first video on it were the major lessons learned in putting points into luck for mana regen, unearthed pools, and yesterday we just got a lot of reps in dungeons and we're able to further solidify the fact that Shatter Echo is not really a thing that you need to be doing early on. We're mostly just doing decompositions at like 3 stacks on AoE pools. Just throwing that out on a couple enemies that are going to stay alive for a little bit. And we're essentially just a AoE waiting room from level 15 until level 30 or 29, I guess, whenever we can get Flux Emitter. And then at 30, we'll also unlock this passive for Crystal Cannon, which makes our Discordants do more wand attacks, which should trigger Singularity Core as well, as it is a wand attack. And then also at level 30, we should be able to come down here and get the sporadic incantations to have it strike yet another enemy. So all of our wand attacks, all of our damage, like majority, like 70% of our damage, will be hitting 3 additional targets by level 30. At least I hope we can get to this level. I can't remember if this one's locked. I don't think it is, because we're locked at this point right now. So I imagine at least the next 2 rows will be unlocked at level 30. And I think we're going to come down the left side to get this clocked in. Casting Discordance now makes your next Artificer's Wand within 10 seconds an instant cast. And it generates an extra Echo Fragment. That just sounds really strong. Even though Wand of Time having a 40% chance resets on cooldown is also really good. But in dungeons, we are prioritizing Discordance to cast on cooldown, and resetting Artificer's Wand, getting more Echo Fragments should be pretty fun. Part of me wants to go ahead and use the potion. And just get to the next level so we can be ready. I kind of want to optimize it. Let's see, what can we be doing here in the meantime? Anything we'd be crafting? Limb badges? Bandages. All right, here we go. I just had to talk about it for a bit. Go, go, go. We gotta get this next level. There it is. All right, let's unlock greatness, Flux Emitter. Let's see, let's put it on 1, I guess. All right, let's see how good Flux Emitter is. We're gonna be hitting multiple targets now with our wands. Our wand attacks. I want to get a full stack of it off here. Oh, this is going to be a great pull for it as well. Oh, wow. Okay. Wait, so does our flux... Oh, our flux hits multiple targets now too. Now I understand. I need to get a weak aura for Flux now. At least I'm pretty sure the Shatter Echo hits multiple targets whenever Flux is active. It should, right? Just say wand attack. And just like that, our DPS was like 200, now it's 500 on these pulls. Now it's 600. Slightly out of line of sight there, I guess. You're getting slept. Yep, an aura is nice to have, but it does stack with potions. We also have an aura. So if you want to go even more fast, you do both. Oh, I have people on me. Does that monster XP or else work for dungeon mobs? Are you talking about the well-rested buff? It should. All right, let's turn on Singularity now that we're on a single target. I think I get the name. Reasoning now. Do we want any of this stuff? We don't, because we're in heirlooms. I forgot. We just don't care. Now these bosses, if you don't need the gear, these bosses don't give EXP. Alright, we're gonna do Flux just for a few echo charges, since this mob should die soon, and then we're gonna do Singularity. Never mind, they fixed it. That boss gave 5,000. Very good. That makes this dungeon well worth it now. Like super boss dense. Oh no, we're out of mana. Or did my flux stuff not turn on? Okay. I don't think it makes a distinguish. I don't think it distinguishes between whether the mob is humanoid. It's just all enemies. Let's see, who are our other DPS? Oh yeah, we were well out leveled by the other DPS in our group. We were keeping up. All right, let's go get our level 30 passive now. We should be able to ding 30 with this next quest. Yeah, so Aura does quest and kills. Well Rested just does killing monsters, which is anything you can kill and get XP for. And then potions do kills and quests. And PvP and all that. Cool thing about PvP, I don't know if they'll do it in COA, but in these classless servers, there are prestige dailies. So that day, a certain activity will grant even more EXP. So it might be dungeons, open world questing, or PvP. And on the days where it's PvP, it's usually pretty fast, and you can go into a battleground, and if someone has an aura on, you all get it in your team. So it's an easy way to kind of get some free EXP aura. All right, so we have our passive that we have to click for some reason. That's weird. I don't remember ever having doing that on any other classes. Increases the duration of decomposition. That's something we want, and do we want to keep coming down here in the middle? Or do we need to be coming down the right-hand side, which I think is Artificer aligned. Gravity bomb. Place a gravity bomb on the target. After 6 seconds, they explode. Directly before the explosion occurs, all enemies within 15 yards are teleported to the initial... Okay, I think I've seen this go off. And I didn't know what that was. Yeah, I do. I have so far for my weak auras. Actually, thank you for reminding me. I need to duplicate this one. Turn this one into Flux Emitter, because we just got that. All right. And we will change its color to more of a red. Red-orange. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, those are really the only weak auras I have are I have dynamic here. Oh, well, I guess it's not dynamic, but it's fine because I can only have one at any given time. I just have something to track my continuum spell, whichever one's up, and then I have a little icon here for my fragments. That's all I got. Okay, where to next? Oh, are these turn-ins over here? Guess we can go this, but I think we're done with Red Ridge after I turn these in. Level 30. We should be moving on to like Stranglethorn or something. Cut some more trees down before we get into a higher level. Make sure we can cut the ones down in the next area. Because I want to max out woodworking on this character. We skipped all these quests. Still no movement spell, by the way. Wait, I need to check training. Oh, we finally got Decelerate and Accelerate. Decelerates magic used against the targeted party member, reduces all spell damage taken by 5, and reduces healing. Okay. Interesting. That's like a pretty cool healing, like decision making tree for those 2 spells. And we got some rank ups for our main things. Infinite clone. All right, cool. We don't. It's not exactly a mobility, but we have this rewind infinite clone. Where's the actual infinite clone though? Where'd you go? There it is. So we can go whoop like this, and then rewind. All right. That one would have been pretty fun to have in PvP when we played that battleground. Ooh, quest time. Unfortunately, we're Alliance, so we only get 1 quest. I wish the level 10, the new level 10 dungeons were as frequent. Maybe not the other side. The other side takes forever. But yeah, I wish we got them more in random dungeon queue. I've never done the Alliance one still. I think I'd go ahead and turn on Flux Emitter. Actually, no, I'm gonna turn on Singularity Core until we get up to the other one. Oh, of course, we bring up another Earth Borer as soon as I switch. Right, we'll go Flux Emitter after all. This guy's getting all the worms. Oh, I didn't mean to use Echo right there. I think we also just start casting Shatter Echoes at like 3 fragments whenever we have Flux Emitter up. Just spam those a little bit more. Refresh our Flux Emitter. We do use more mana doing all that though. I guess we're gonna have to start buying vendor drinks again. Or I wonder if there's some cheap spirit scrolls on the auction house. Nah, no one's paying 3 gold to put a spirit enchant and flip it on the auction house. Alright, we are settling at like a 500 DPS level for AoE. Pretty good. I'm just gonna spam my Artificer wand and wand of time on this pool. See what kind of numbers we can do. Oh yeah, this is seems to be better. But I could see with the other talent points, like if you're hitting multiple targets with Flux Echo, Shatter Echo, we're getting bigger chance for crits. And we're having that chance to make them take more damage. So that makes the single cast and spending full fragments on that much better. Wait, did we ever spend that point? We did not. Let's... It's resist, channel time. Do we have more spirit? Healing? I guess we just come down the middle here for now. I can see a world where reducing the cooldown infinite clone could help. Especially in like safety dance raid situations. I need to run away from the fire or something and then teleport back to the group. Give the tank 2 chances to realize that there is an enemy on the back line. The area, or like the radius that something has to be from my main target, must be pretty small. Like my Wand of Time only hit 2 enemies that time. So you do want to make sure you're targeting the most central enemy to ensure that your other flux emitter projectiles hit the group. Like right now, this is not ideal. Okay, hit 3, good. But I think the distance that they were apart, it would only hit 2 on either side. It wouldn't have hit a third, unless they were split 2 and 2. This is super chill now. Just sit back. I mean, we were just refreshing Singularity Core before, but now we just sit back and refresh Flux Emitter and do really good damage. Then if we want to do some more single target damage and we don't want to have to juggle between Singularity and Flux, we just spend some fragments on Decomposition. Get some extra damage on a single target. We want to be super lazy. Got another teleporting tank. And that's the healer. It is really fun. We just unlocked the Flux Emitter, which allows our wand attacks to hit 3 targets instead of 1. So you just sit back and do your Artificer's Wand and Wand of Time back and forth and just hit everything. You're just cleaving like crazy. Really fun. Then on single targets, you switch back to Singularity. Oh boy, we're out of mana again. I'm going to park myself behind this rock in case he doesn't get interrupted and redo mana. Regain. I think 4 fragments should be enough for the rest of this fight. Alright. We did not kill enough of the shamans, but that's okay. GG's. Requeue. Go turn this other quest. And people were saying yesterday in chat that this specialization is pretty S tier in PvE later on in at endgame. And I can totally see that. The Artificer side of the tree has a bunch of crazy synergies that seem like it's just going to spew damage. Where do we want to go? Guess we can just go to Stormwind and fly over, get quests on the way down. Hey, what are you doing here? Kind of close to the ledge there, buddy. Well, too late for that quest. Look at our damage from that last. We were number 2 DPS. How about that? Artificer's Wand, still doing a majority of our damage. But Shatter Echo has definitely jumped up. Since it hits more than one target, it's more worth. But at the same time, not worth at all. Ooh, Crystal Cannon. So Discordance and Crystal Cannon together making up about 8% of our damage. And Crystal Cannon is that lesser. Let's go see if it how many targets it'll hit on. I don't even know if I can hit these. Oh, they're supposed to be dynamic, but let's find out. All right, so we're gonna turn on Flux, and then we're gonna hit a Discordance. Everything was missed or resisted, so yeah, I didn't think that was going to work out very well. But we can at least see if it, yeah, so it launched 6 while Flux emitter was up. It's supposed to launch 2, but since it's a wand attack, it gets tripled. It goes to 2 additional nearby. So this glass or crystal cannon passive does indeed get affected by Flux emitter. Even though 4 of them were resisted. It would have done 6 times about 130. So 780 damage. With the Discordance, would have been over 1,000 damage. Oh, it would have been even more. Why did Discordance have 4 instances of damage? Did we already increase the amount of targets that Discordance hits? So I think this node does that. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Yeah, that's very weird. Why did it have 4 instances? Last enemy, oh. So it counts the enemy and up to 3 by, no wonder. Alright. 3 nearby. And of course that time it only casts 2 Crystal Cannon attacks. Alright, well that answers that. Alright, let's abandon all these quests. To make room for the next area. We should be getting on the flight path now though. And I guarantee as soon as we get on the flight path, we will get a dungeon queue pop. And I won't be able to join. Get our flight pass fixed. Rebel camp. And we will not do those. I guess we could go to the Hill Reach. I don't even think I've been there yet. Or is that supposed to be PvP centric? I think it's just their first go at a fully custom zone. We chop these trees? Okay, this is a duskwood tree. Yeah, we can do that. Come on, bot. Do your thing. Oh, my skinny's not high enough? Uh-oh. What is my skinny at? But it's not high enough. 115? ¿Dónde está upando? Yeah, I don't know that one. ¿Qué quiere decir upar? Hey, dungeon, let's go. We're gonna have to get our well-rested buff after this. Ooh, I know where we can go. I think there's a place in Red Ridge where I can stand in town and shoot boar, skin them, and get our rested buff. Speaking of the other side, this time though, we have the tools to AoE. We were pretty much useless the first time we had to come through this dungeon. Anger, are you not paying attention to our healer getting completely swacked back here? Oh, you get my spirit turned on. Does this take a bot? What is happening? Like, actually, what is going on? Push this guy along. Up to the tank. There we go. can only lead a mob to a tank. I can't force it to give aggro to it. We need to make sure to kill another hissing something something. The hissing mobs is the ones that we need to make sure we hit. I think this tank might actually be a bot. He just like walks up, gets aggro on like a couple mobs, starts hitting them, and then just doesn't do anything. Doesn't grab aggro on new mobs that walk up, nothing. So the stuff that you're seeing, like right here, my flux emitter, that is a weak aura. Weak aura is an add-on. You can make little things like that for all sorts of passives, abilities, buffs. What you're seeing in my party frames and things like that, that is X-Pearl. And then my action bars and those sorts of things are Bartender. All of these add-ons are on the launcher. You can get them there. And there's a video on the channel of how to set them up. You want to just look for the My Add-ons video that was posted a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago. We are hanging with the level 43 Sun Cleric. By that, I mean we're doing half his damage. See? Like, he walks up, does the thing, loses aggro. Okay, he's doing a little bit better job this time. I guess I'm just gonna have to... Do they come back after the Phoenix? No. Of course, we haven't made it to a boss yet either. To be fair, though, the healer also should not have started healing them yet. I think the healer ripped aggro because they were like healing him while he was just running around. Do I get debuff if I leave? I think one more player has to leave. See if I can make other people start over. Don't think we're making it through this. All right, there we go. All right. Go back to Red Ridge. Yeah, Road to the Other Side is a very long dungeon. I don't know if it has more EXP, like if the mobs inside grant a good amount of EXP, or if they're cut down because there's so many. You know what? I just realized I was muted there after taking a drink. No, there definitely are skills that require weapon damage. So you do want to keep your wand's weapon damage as high as you can keep it, whatever you find. Artificer's Wand, ranged weapon damage plus Wand of Time, Wand Attack an enemy. I'm pretty sure that Wand Attack is going to be dealing your damage. Shatter Echo, 90% of your ranged, or excuse me, 306% of ranged weapon damage. Singularity Core, its damage is based off 50% of your ranged damage. And I'm pretty sure anywhere where it says Wand Attack is essentially an auto attack using your wand's damage. Why isn't my pet skinning? Okay, now it's working. I think the Chronomancer is really fun. It you start to feel kind of weak in like the level 20s and in dungeons whenever you have like a lot of multi-target and you're essentially just single target. But once you hit level 30 like we did today, and you get the AoE continuum where your attacks hit 3 targets, or now 4. We got to redo our rested buff. Can't do that yet. Okay, you're talking about, I see what you mean. Proficiencies. Like weapon skill ups, proficiencies. Nah, we don't have that in Ascension. So our wand right now is at 22 DPS, 57 damage. Seems kind of high for this level, because I was looking at the end game ones last night and the highest ones was like 70. So 57 seems really high already. But 30 to 57 also seems like a huge range. Yeah, Chrono and Blood Mage are 2 specs that I've heard a lot of people just talk garbage about, but don't think they're that bad. I haven't played Blood Mage yet, but I think it's one of those expectations versus realities where people just have super high or just completely arbitrary expectations that they think it's going to play a certain way or do something, and it doesn't. But it's not, it's based on nothing. It's just based because on like their imagination. Hey, there you go. I also like playing off meta. But we got our skinning up to a high enough level for Shinglethorn now. While sitting here, was it worth it to get our rested buff and lose like a quarter of our potion though? I don't know about that. In hindsight. But then we don't have to worry about it for a few more potions. I should have done this at the very beginning before we went into that first dungeon and popped this potion. Then we would have been set. That's a bad thing that AoE can't compete. Just look for the resting, the little mug icon when you're in a town. You don't have to be in the actual inn. We're also getting boar ribs for the daily quests. Are you saying that Chrono can do AoE? It does great AoE. Very easy. And for the next like 3 levels, it's just gonna keep getting better and better. No, every town that I've been to, you can get it outside. You don't have to go in the inn. Goldshire, Ashenvale or whatever that, not Ashenvale, Aberdeen. Like all the towns that I've been to, you can get outside. Still leveling up off of these. So it doesn't work the same at all as in Classic. Unless I haven't played retail in a while. So unless they changed it. But how it works is you stay in the town for 15 minutes and you get a 2-hour buff. It gives you 8% experience bonus for killing enemies. So it's not like the rested buff that you accumulate and it has like the faded blue bar. That effect is still on my bar, I've noticed when I log in. I don't know if it's actually a thing though. I think it is. Like I think that mechanic is still in the game in addition to. Yeah, exactly. What Wayne Plant just said. You just keep up flux emitter and you deal your damage to everything. But if I walk further over that way, I'm pretty sure the town phases, and that will I will lose the buff. So even though it looks like you're in the boundaries of town, you do want to make sure you're not phased out of it, of the actual resting area. Like that person just phased out right there. Ooh, yeah, I saw that. The reflect. Most of the kit is geared towards countering physical melee. So it's one of the few things you have to counter some casters. I haven't seen it interrupt. I guess we have Baby Fi. We can hex people or poly them. Oh, have we been getting EXP for this as well? Oh, I guess we've been getting EXP for killing these. Alright, well this is the strat. When you're trying to get your arrested buff and you're at this level, or if you're scaling, just come to Red Ridge and stand right here on the edge and kill these boars. So at least you're getting a little bit of EXP while you're also getting your buff back. Alright, we got it back now. And we are in queue, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. Ooh, we also got our skinning all the way up. Yay, expert skinning. This is next level leveling strats. What you're here for. I mean, I think all the tanks are really strong. I don't have an opinion on the specific Sun Cleric one because I haven't played it yet. I think my favorite tank to heal is the Chronomancer. But I definitely had a bad one earlier. I was playing some on my cleric before this. Which one's the Worgen? Is Blood Mage Worgen? I think they're like health tanks. Oh, the Primalist too. I think is a health tank. Those I'm not a fan of as a cultist because they don't really mitigate much, it seems. So I'm just taking 10% of all that crazy damage that they're taking and almost dying in the process. See how much leather have we gotten? 63? Whoa. 11 medium, 1 medium high, 2 lights. $16 boar ribs. All right. Boar ribs are a premium low level cooking ingredient. Oh, I should have popped Luxmitter. Whoops, didn't mean to put that on him. Yeah, you just sit back and do your 2-button, every now and then 3-button rotation, and blast. Could be pressing other buttons right now, but this is fine and easy. And it saves on my mana a little bit. Okay, 780 DPS as a level 31. Uh-oh. I am getting as close as I can to you. Can you please hit them? Thank you. Every now and then I could throw out one of these Shatter Echoes. Looks like it did a lot of damage that time. So yeah, we're consistently over 700 DPS now. With that, we went from about 5 to 7 with that one extra talent point. In this pool, we're topping 800. Maybe, ooh, I need to put a scope on my wand. You put scopes on wands? It's ranged, right? All it cares about? I bet they're pretty cheap too on the auction house. We'll check that after this. And actually, we'll get think for the rest of the time that we're going to do dungeons, we should go find a group. We have Oro. We should maybe find a dungeon group. Since what? Since when? Don't get your question, James. I don't get what it's in reference to. But I don't know. I don't know if it's if you can. I imagine you maybe could, because it's ranged. I'm pretty sure Scope's tooltip just says ranged weapon, not a gun or bow. Doesn't specify that, I don't think. And if it wasn't in Retail or Classic, it probably is in Ascension, because we have high-risk item enchantments or enhancements. And for wand users, they're called polishes. If they didn't before, they probably updated it so they can accept them now to make that more universal for the range slot. So those enhancements could be used for other classes, because it'll just give you like 16 crit or haste, what have you. Thanks, Shelly. Decided to get a little silly with it. Okay, now we turn on Singularity Core. And on, oh, we're on overall. On single target, we got number 1, over 500 damage. Can I get some help, please? That's a good cloth. All right, is there any healer or tank in chat right now that wants to queue and get aura? Preferably around level 30 and higher, so we can get some nicer dungeon variety. If you're on Vol'jin and you'd like to queue up, go ahead and let me know. You can whisper in game if you want. Mad Dog Tannen. we get a combo. I don't know why this is still on screen. Even better. On Rexar? Okay. To sweeten the deal, if it's a tank or a healer, I'll throw in a potion of experience. Don't think we need any of these. The wood away. Cloth in. All right, all this other stuff we can sell. Cook this for some EXP. Don't think it's gonna work, but right, dude. Stop spamming your Discord. People can't do the thing. This will queue up in the meantime. Chat is moving so fast, it is hard to see things. All right, now we're ready to go back to Shinglethorn. Oh, is the match about to start for Argentina and España? Was that the tank asking? Yeah, it was. I could have just stayed with that group. Hey, now we can skim. Come on, bot. Do your job. Do your thing. Okay, it's not gonna do it. Oh, it's tap. Alright, let's go get these quests. Ah, perfect. For some reason, I thought we were a little bit higher. It was like 27, 28 starting. But level 30 is right on the dot. We got an actual camp set up now, instead of just being out in the open in some tents. Okay, I don't think we have to pick up those quests. I think we can just get the quest items and bring them back whenever we have them. If we get them. Oh man, I did it again. I popped out of the queue. You forget to put the slow on things. All right, we're just gonna struggle bus it solo instead of inviting people like that. Messes up our queues. Let's see, do we want to come over here? We can get tigers and raptors this way. Okay. Oh, grab a panther. Man, this extreme layering is annoying sometimes. Well, wood cutting 125. Oh. All right, where's this camp? Oh, here. All right, what do we got? Lock yourself to a perfect moment. Oh, hey, that's the tank. Nice. Nice. I think this time we up in there a potion. What's the cold bringer? Yeah, it's the last. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, there's definitely a thing where if you switch targets at a certain time, your Artificer's Wand will not connect. I really like the Bone Storm effect. I think that's what is that, a Reaper? Yeah. Or is it a necro pet? I assumed it was a Reaper, but I think it's a necro. Switch to single target. Nice. Oh. I got the aggro. Help out with some heals. This guy's like stuck in the drinking pose. Ooh, 1682 shatter. It's the range of damage that those can do is crazy. I guess it's spell, so we can go up to double. Oh yeah. I mean, depending on who you hear from, everything is better than what quote unquote they say. Like, this is super easy too, but it's not easy. To me, it's not as easy. Let me start over. It's easy, kind of like Godblade is, but for some reason it's more interesting. Maybe because it's ranged and it's nice to just sit back and chill casting this kind of stuff. I guess like the Godblade is kind of stressful, constantly having to fit everything into that total madness window. But this one, you're just like, you're managing things. You're not racing. like a short window of opportunity. If that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. We'll look at that buff in just a second. I don't know how many things in our kit as of right now are benefiting from that buff. I know some of it is, for sure. But I think some of the foundational like damage formula got improved. Scrolling up. I'm trying to find it while I'm also WASDing over here. What was that laser light show? Oh, the boss was pulled. I think I should have I don't think I should have spent it on that at that point. Okay. Okay, so the buffs were unmake scaling, which I guess that would include Artificer's Wand as a conversion. Paradox, timing's nothing, infinite guard, magic. I think most of these are infinite buffs. The other spec. Yeah, I think besides the 20% scaling on the ability that turns into our Artificer's one, the unmake, I think most of these are infinite spec related, not Artificer. So what you're seeing right now, those buffs really don't apply that much. It applies to 20% of our 58% damage dealer. Oh, we should be getting quests in here. These are easy quests. You need to be looking out for those little mushrooms. Ooh, we gotta kill Grimlock. Does level scaling affect what dungeons you can get? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a matter of like the volume of people that you see or that are in the game, and like the overwhelming majority are in that level range. Yeah, I mean that might be true to weigh on the quest. It's possible. I think it's just because, yeah, the EXP does scale. So that what, like they become like 12, 14, 15,000 EXP as opposed to 4 or 5,000. So they're technically worth more in a larger, because it's a percentage of the bar essentially. We have another talent. Okay, I think I want to do the reset cooldown one. I think that one just sounds fun. Even though I think the other node is stronger. So that means we have triple the chance. What just happened? Oh, it happened again. Oh my goodness, that's so fun. I just reset Wand of Time twice in a row. That's amazing. Oh, I reset? Oh, that's very fun. Yeah, like that kind of interaction by itself already makes this more fun. Oh, it just happened. Oh, it happened again, twice in a row. That's fun. That kind of thing is what makes this DPS class. Where are we going? This DPS class, better. The rotation and everything more enjoyable than other stuff like God Blade, which is just kind of boring. Same thing over and over again, no reacts. I've become spoiled with the Cultist's ability to shed aggro. Finally picked up the aggro there. Man, that is great. I need to make a weak aura, I think, that tells me whenever I proc it. Oops, I accidentally popped Singularity. But it kind of resets it with like 1 second left on its cooldown, which is kind of annoying. Not like a full reset. I guess we could technically... Nah, we couldn't. I think the spirit buffs, they kind of have to give you a ton of spirit multipliers or enhancements in your tree, because otherwise you could just go like agility intellect. Just get a bunch of range damage. Yeah, temporal convergence. Your wand of time now has a 40% chance to reset its own cooldown. Very fun. And then we'll come over here to hyper wand and clocked in afterwards, I think. And then once we have these two, we can essentially be casting Shattered Echo just over and over again. Like we'd be getting up to 5 fragments really fast and launching Shatter Echoes. This very much does feel like the physical compound power hunter builds that were on classless. I just noticed this guy's name is Retailer. Yeah, so Wand of Time is getting much higher up on the DPS charts because we're able to cast it so much. So yeah, we can put next 2 points, Hyper Wand clocked in, and then Conduction Burst to make Shatter Echo deal 20% more damage. Oh, actually Splitting Time, I think is the next one we need to get. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worth it to come through here. I think we skip Paradox Cannon. Now, I really think Paradox Cannon coming down all the way to right side to Wand Mastery is for single target. So it looks like 3 fragments is the earliest you can turn on your flux emitter, and then by the time it comes off a cooldown, you can, reapply it with 5 echo fragments. So you can get the blast in as soon as possible. Okay, we're over 1,000 DPS now. Insane. That one talent. I think we probably should have taken it sooner than sporadic incantations. I think this temporal convergence talent is probably netting us more DPS than the extra flux emitter target. Kind of want to go down and get replenishment and just solve all the mana issues now. We're still sort of struggling with it. It's not as dire as it was at the beginning. Yeah, we are out DPSing a level 39 Godblade. And I don't know what the Necro is doing. Necro things, I guess. Why did I just spend my fragments on that? You know what? You could probably do it with two fragments actually. On the flux emitter. Oh, my target's dead. Oh, and we're out of mana. I've been casting Shatter Echo a lot. I think it's been draining most of our mana. Since it's like more expensive than everything else we have to cast. But I think if we want to go turbo with casting those, we need to get the replenishment. Oh man, I have Hypercast on right now. For some reason. Okay, we didn't beat him on that pull. Spoke a little too soon. Godblade came out on top. Oh. Alright, he was ready for it. Nice. don't think spell power boost is gonna do. I guess it boosts our arcane damage effects that happen whenever we do our wand attacks. I should put a decomposition back on him. I'll put one on him now at 4 stacks. Oh, I accidentally put on flux, but not a big deal. Cool looking fist weapon. We're at all right, so we got ahead of the game. Spell power by 34. All right, cool. Got a heal. Okay. Nice. 3 resets in a row. Mana low. I'm just gonna go ahead and regen mana before we get up in here. Oh, thought the abomination was an enemy. I don't know why. What party frames are you using? I am using X-Pearl. You can watch me put the wrong continuum spell on But also, you can go check out the add-on video on the channel to see where you download add-ons quick and easy for Ascension right there on the launcher, and I actually set up Xpearl and Bartender on a character. So if you want to see that, go check that out. Don't know why I casted a shatter at one fragment, but okay, does anyone know how to make details show the class names and not just hovering over and seeing class type? I use recount, which people do not like, apparently. But, do not know how people set that up. Oh, I think I can heal this, maybe? Nope, can't. This is a hard room to pull, like everything. Reach in some mana again. Woodworking gloves should give you +5 to woodworking. Oh, are we crashing? I think we are. And there it is. Okay. Get back into the server select if we can. Yeah, tends to work like that. All right. Q&A. Talked about those yesterday. Can we get a separate server layer for war mode or high risk? Oh, they're gonna separate high risk altogether. That's nice. Really thought it was already like that on classless. I'm curious how decay abilities will work with other runes. That would be another resource to manage. All runic power abilities use rage. Okay. Alright, I thought that was fake. Oh, there it is. Alright, so when it comes that green, we'll get in there. Okay. Will Crow's Cache begin changes? Bronzebeard changes. Will Season 10 wildcard have more talents by max level, like on a loon? Now they said that in the video. It's half. This is irrelevant because we could do that in Season 9 as well. This is why Season 10's wildcard mode will be more powerful, because you can get more talent power than you can on the other one. Oh yeah, we'll be getting all the Wrath abilities. I don't know why this would change. Because can't you do that already? Alright, servers back up. Hey, we kept our singularity core. Yeah, so we can sit on this quest if we want. Honestly, you could probably just sit on all of them. And then when you're like level 40, 50, whenever, just spam them all, turn them in. But level 30, 40 is still a acceptable time to turn them in, I think. More singularity uptime than server uptime. Yeah. Do we just... Okay, great. I think we can do it with this. I guess if the cultist needed the boss for the quest, would be no bueno. All right, I think we're going. I don't know what, if anything, I should be avoiding on this fight. Well, I should have been refreshing as I was supposed to. Nice. Yeah, what happened to the Chronomancer's, like, really cool AoE heal that did, like, a huge ripple effect? Does anyone know how much Rangers campsites are going on? Rangers campsites? Sure that's not one that you get from a... Oh, for the actual Ranger class, that's right. Sure. That's some line of sight difficulty. Go, go, go. Wow, is that 4, 5 resets one at a time? That was pretty awesome. Yep, hit 27 targets on that one pull. We're low on mana. Resets are fun, but it uses a lot of our mana. 94 versus 75. Gonna have to get down to that replenishment node. Don't think I need to refresh it right there. Let's see, what do we got to drink? Got a sweet nectar. All right, let's hurry up and drink so we can get our mana back. Some nice gloves for a heretic cultist. Intellect attack power. I'm gonna keep drinking. So how many points do we need to get down to the... Ooh, we gotta spend 3 points down this way. I mean, I guess we could take 2 out of this one to get there. Don't know if that's worth it. Or 1 out of that one, so we only have 2 left is what I meant. I think I'd rather just go buy some juice. Oops, I didn't do that. Oh no. I think I could have done rewind. If I was fast enough. I could have done infinite clone and rewound back up. I also didn't know it knocked back like that. It's the first time I've been hit by it. Oh, they're battle resing me. Just not realized. And 35. Okay. Oh, I guess we can get there in 2 points if we take Paradox Cannon. And we can experiment with that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and turn in this quest. Oh, well, there goes our fun. That. Say, let's go slay these raptors. Now we're not gonna get in a group. We're just gonna rub a bus tag. Okay, did I just cancel? Things should be responding back here. Yep. Man, the wand of time resets. So good. In this situation as well for questing. Yeah, and you can like pull huge groups and AoE them down. It's like not. If only we had an AoE slow, it'd be more like Frost Mage, right? Gather things up, nuke them. Even faster than Frost Mage, though. All right, last one. Got the resets. Ooh, no mana. Getting scary. All right, let's go. Let's go see about getting that scope. You know what? I bet we have a lot of things to upgrade. I haven't even opened the book up recently. Let's go see if we can get a cheap scope. Should have went and turned in those quests first. Oh well. Yep, Artificer's Wand, Decomp, Temple Restoration. Surround yourself with restorative magic for 30 minutes. Allows 20% of your magic. Oh man. And increases mana regeneration. Well, we just solved that problem. What's our mana regen at now? 134, and we have 100% regen during combat. That's wild. Yeah, exactly. Mana completely fixed. I hope. And these fire things will jack you up if you're not careful. Did we have our buff on? 167 mana regen. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're netting mana. Like we were low because we cast those buffs, and we were like 80 something. We're back up into the 90s now. Nice. I just don't understand why DPS just get automatic mana fixers and the heretic cultist has to struggle so much. Are the enemies not stacked on the boss? Not getting hits. Can't see the chains. There it is. Oh, we're gonna die because of the cracker. We still have our echo fragments after death. That's interesting. I wonder what level we learned that at, and I've just been sitting here. Not using it. What is going on? Fellsworn tank? Do they have bad AoE or something? Bad threat? I'm on Vol'jin. Should have kept the AoE on. I think I'm far enough away. What? Having mana issues? I mean, we started off kind of low. I didn't buff myself either. Still think we take the replenishment. Oh, okay, we're gonna test the paradox cannon with 1 fragment. Actually, can't even cast them with 0 echo fragments, huh? So why does it even have a base 5 seconds and then an additional for each if I can't cast it for the 5 seconds? Because I could see some functionality like that. Holy, what just happened? Does the Felsworn have something that goes through the floor and aggroes like enemies? Are they the ones that do like the blade dance or killing spree effect? Oh my god, he's dead again. Why does he keep running in there? Like the healer is way back here. Oh my god. The healer's right here, bro. What are you doing? Stealth in disguise. What is... Like, just stop. I'm on Vol'jin. Yeah, I think this dude's trolling. All right. I think we're back on track now. Tinker probably wants intellect. Why did they do that again? Guess they can handle it this time. And we are doing 1700 DPS on that pull. And we only went down to 70 something mana, so that's good. The 44 Witch Hunter beat us, but we were almost there with them. All right. And we just ignore that mechanic. But I'm not healing. Or do you want to see what their healing is? Oh no. We're out of mana again. I can do this though. All that. Here we go. I make the font bigger. Don't think I can make it bigger. What is he doing? Guess he's building up the debuff. I could cleave, would boost my numbers, but I really want to get the boss down. All right. Get the mana back. Oh, did I not put the... That's why. I didn't put it back on after we wiped. I'm like, man, this is not working as great as it used to. But I forgot that it's the buff I can lose. Guess we're not doing the princess boss. Or, what's her name? All right. Would have been cool if we got a haste trinket. All right, but we did pretty good damage on that one. And then now let's see if we can get a cheap scope. Actually, don't know if I want to stay in that group. Let's see, it's going to be under miscellaneous. No. Consumable item enhancement. Trying to find it faster. Okay, those are all the ones. Those are high risk ones. Let's see about the others. All right. By 2, by 1. 7 requires level 40. That's hit rating. Alright, so let's just get a standard one. Oh, it does say bow or gun. Alright. Never mind. The high risk ones do say to a ranged weapon. What about the polishes? Uh-oh. Server go down again? No. Okay. Okay, so these are specifically relics. And they require level 55 anyways. Never mind on those. Let's go turn in those quests. Get some quick EXP whenever we get to that campfire over there. We still skip the Wildwood, which I guess is in like Westfall area. I think this is the same as the soft wood. Used to be like green, soft, hard, some oaken or something like that. Maybe everwood was still a thing. Seasoned log is what this used to be called. Got very well acquainted with those items when I was doing the Hardcore Survivalist Guild challenge. No, yeah, it was this one. What is this, and how did I not pick it up before? Quick XP. What are my talents? They are this. However, I was making a beeline down here to get a replenishment, so I put a point in Paradox Cannon, but I don't think it's the way to go. I think I could put another point in Splitting Time now to get 2 additional enemies. So does that mean I'm going to hit 12 enemies? Seems crazy. I've almost got a whole bubble from roasted boar meat. Standing there and killing those boars in town while getting the buff was probably the most efficient thing I've done so far on Vulcan. Okay. Some more quests turn in. That will for sure give us level 36. Yeah, let's be efficient. Let's go get some panthers over here. So when we go turn those other ones in, we can have this to do. Yeah, these cats are fast enough to get back to me by the time my second wave of time goes off. Right, let's park ourselves over here and then teleport to dungeon. Make sure we have our buffs on. Yeah, and it's like really hard not to kill the ads, if you don't have a way to control your cleave, then it could be bad. Maybe we'll get that pearl this time for the wand, or for the enchanting rod. We'll eventually get. Chrono healer. Nice. See if this tank queues back up, or anybody does. Sorry, in queue. Finish this one and the tiger one. Go back and turn them in. I have not tried Infinite yet, but people are saying it's some of the best DPS later on. I guess with the buffs. Takes a lot of management because of the dots and everything, you know. But I will pick that one up later game. In the late game. Snag that one over there. Snag that one right there. Oh, I thought that was the last two. We need one more. Noble remedy. Oh, we can go up here and get this stuff too, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the buffs seem pretty strong. Someone came in today saying that the buffs really made it come up. Oh, this area is crawling. Oh, okay, we'll just do this. And go to these quests over here. Oh, we can get these supplies. Oh, but that was only. We still needed remedies. Artificer, though, seems really strong. What is this? Sun Cleric? Say they get an elect. I was struggling to keep a target selected there for a second. I've got to stop switching targets while I'm casting artificers. Just like I did again. Because it just doesn't go off. Okay, now that our main issues are for sure fixed now, we should start weaving in the other abilities. Yeah. Now we're up there. All right, I guess we start cleaving. Whoa. Sun Cleric can sprint. Kill this mob really quick. Once I'm awake, here you go. Oh, we can still build up fragments though. Do we get hit from spirit later on? No. Maybe it's somewhere else. Guess we cleave. Ah, he's immune again. I was a banned engine. It's really good. This artificer specialization has definitely been really fun. And the infinite got buffed a lot recently, and I've heard that it's now a very good class. But I have not been able to try that out for myself. So. All right, let's turn these in. But if you like caster hunter style classes, you would like the artificer. And then you got like a healer in your back pocket, and then maybe a fun caster class. Come on, there you go. All right, those are those quests done. And that's where we're going to end up today on the stream, level 36. We're getting up there and filling out the artificer tree. We do very good AoE damage. That last dungeon, we were almost keeping up with the over-leveled DPS player that we had, or the higher leveled. Yeah, very easy, but entertaining class to play. We have procs that go off, resetting our Wand of Time so far is one we're really paying attention to. We're also going to have like instant cast, Artificer's Wand soon, replenishment. Yeah, once we get a lot of these other talents online, it's just going to become an even bigger monster of AoE DPSer, and then we can move some points around to do even more single target damage. So really exciting stuff coming up. Thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and give the stream a like and a subscription before you go so you can see when I'm live again, and you can check out the next videos that come out. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Halen, and I'll see y'all next time.